Just did a pretty cool upgrade on the 80 series. I think it's pretty bomb. So it's in the picture. Can you see it? Bet you can't. So I will bring you closer and closer, and that is the upgrade. So it's grab handles, and these grab handles are just to me a total upgrade. So let's look at this one here. So take out the old kind of plastic and replace it with much nicer. You could do like this black, you can do a copper, you can do a gray. So let's look at how I integrated it with my ram mount. But there it is. Super clean look. Super clean look. So let me show you how I did this, because it won't fit. You have to retrofit it yourself. So the product is from Agency 6. So here's a copper one, and they also have another color, gray. Let me show you the gray. They have like a 7-inch and then a 6-inch. So there's their larger one. I haven't found a place inside the truck to put it yet, because you could see that is much longer, right? So it might, I have to try in Godzilla. There might be a spot I can put it. Haven't tried yet because I got too excited with the 80 series. But you can see it comes in that gray, in this copper, or in black. I think it comes in red too, but that would have been too bright in the truck. But some people, that might be their thing. So let me show you inside Black Mamba. So this, I already took it off, obviously. The distance between these two is about 6 1/4, and this is 6. So I've lined up the bottom hole. You can see how the top hole is not going to line up. So you basically have to drill right on the edge here and on the edge on the other side so that it can fit. And fit it does. Those of you who want to put a ram mount, I have this width's end, so that piece goes under there, and then the ball, I can screw the ball inside here. So let me show you how to drill this. Pretty easy. I've done it a hard way, and then I figured out an easy way. So let me show you, but you see how now that's sitting out to the edge, and that one's sitting out to the edge, and it just fits nice and tight, and that thing can pull up my full 200 pounds, no problem. But I went with the copper inside Black Mamba, which is black, obviously. So I think it was a nice little accent. We just got to finish that side. So let me show you how. And then the only other thing is you don't reuse the existing bolts, because there's like, it's this deep in here, right? So you got to clear that much with the bolt. So it doesn't give you enough room. So what I did is I went to my good old local Ace, and I got these. So I didn't want to get bolts with big heads on them, because what will happen is it won't allow you to be tight like here. You can't be tight to the side. So I got this style, and these are M6. It's metric, right? And I did it where I just use a Allen key. Focus. So use an Allen key, there you go, inside that. And the length is, what, 3/4 of an inch? Or is that an inch? That might be an inch. You don't want to go too short, but you don't want to go too long. So as you can see, when I drop it, that's how much it's coming out to, ultimately go into there. If you can't use the standard size that comes in here, you have to go metric, because the thread would be destroyed if you tried. So definitely go get yourself these. These are, believe it or not, $1 a pop. No such thing as cheap nuts and bolts, but you can go to your Ace, Home Depot, Lowe's, you name it. But let me show you the key part of making this fit. All right, and here's how. So I just use my Easy Milwaukee. So I'm going to start small, kind of like to pilot a hole, and then go bigger, bigger, bigger until it's done. So let me set up my camera here, like so. Get my first drill piece. So I pick an outer edge. So let's say right here, and drill through it. Okay, that's the hole that takes the longest. But you can see there's hole number 1. So I'll keep making that bigger. There we go. I'll keep making that bigger. So I go on this outer edge and then this outer edge. Like literally, I'm not going to do it like straight. I'm doing it on a slight angle. So there and there, which technically should give me a little bit more. Like, believe me, every millimeter counts. You have to really go to the edge to make this fit, because this is 6" from those 2 holes, and the Land Cruiser is 6 1/4. So I'm trying to make an 1/8 on each side, because you have to put that metric bolt in straight. You can't go on an angle. It has to be straight on. So you get the idea. So there's my pilot hole, and I'm going to go bigger, bigger, bigger until, and then test the, that the bolt will go through, no problem, and then mount. So I will go from this size to this size to this size to this size. That takes the longest because it's the first hole. These go real quick. So here's size number 2. Line it up. Done. You see how quick it is? Just because I'm expanding that hole a little bit each time. And then now I'm on my last one. Hang on. Okay, I just had to tighten down the drill a little bit. So you want to make sure that the bolt's going through, coming through straight, as you can see there. If it's coming down like that, you have to keep drilling. You have to make sure it's coming down straight so you have a straight shot. But that's one side done. We'll do the other, and then we'll mount it up there. Okay, and whoops, complete with the Allen key. So just need one of these doohickeys. It's up, and I think it's just styling. Just a nice upgrade. The other handle comes out here. So this one's more inside, so I don't know if anybody's ever bumped their head coming in the car. Let's pull one of them out. Yeah, so ultimately, the old ones sit out like that, right? Where these ones are up. The only thing I need to figure out, and by the way, that's why I use black here. You can go stainless steel, but I like black because it hides it. And I'll put my ball on here to put my ram mount. So what I want to figure out is how I can go from metric to a standard 1/4 inch for that ram ball. That would be cool, because imagine you can go in and then mount your ram ball right here or right there instead of off this piece. Because these from Wits End, they're about 50 bucks, and that's if they're in stock. So at least you could do this, and then if anybody figures out, unless I figure it out, I'll post a video on how to jimmy up kind of like a hybrid 6mm thread going in, and then coming out it has to be it's male female, because the ball has the thread. So to screw in the US 1/4 inch ram 1-inch ball to fit accessories. But there it is. And kind of what made me decide to do this upgrade is I was really cleaning up my interior. And 80 series Land Cruisers have the big bulky sun visor. So I got me some Rosen visors. This is all CNC metal. You can adjust it. There's a gajillion ways to adjust it to get the perfect fit that you want. But I love that, and I cleaned up that whole area, right? And to me, it's just a bougie, cool upgrade and functional. I love looking through this. These are visors for pilots that fly above the clouds and the sun's in your face no matter what. There's no clouds to hide behind if you're flying into the sun. So they transition over to vehicles, which pilots love because the pilots were saying, why don't you make these for cars? So I dig it. I have them in all my Land Cruisers. I work with them where you can get a 5% discount with my code LC4x4 is my code. It's also in my link tree, which I'll put in the description of this video. So you can save 5% because these don't go on sale, guys. 5% was me pleading with them like, hey, let my Land Cruiser community get something. So 5% off when you buy this. And then this also, link in my description below to purchase that, the Agency 6. And that is pretty awesome. So subscribe, follow for other cool stuff. I'm also on Instagram, but to me, these are two awesome upgrades for the interior cabin. Just gives it that nice feel. Got rid of the plastic and put some nice aluminum, 6061, made in the USA, the Agency 6, available in multiple colors. So how's that looking? Oh, see, this is brand spanking new too. I still have to, oh yeah. There we go. Voila, it's off. Now that can be used. I see I don't sit in the passenger side. I forgot to take that off. Brand spanking new, looks great. All right, thanks for tuning in. I'll have other videos on cool upgrades that you can do to your Land Cruisers. So tune in for more stuff coming up that I'll be posting very soon. Thanks for watching.